Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Flash Tutorials with Alan Becker. It's been like a couple weeks. I'm sorry for the delay of tutorials, but this is a requested tutorial how to do slow motion like this. Whoa. Um, yeah, I did a lot of these slow motion things in Animator versus Animation 3, and I have two methods of doing it. First method is using shape tweens. Second method is using classic tweens. So I'll go through both of them. In Animator versus Animation 3, I only used shape tweens because I never thought of doing the classic tweens. But let me just show you. So for making slow motion things, if there are any symbols that are like moving, you're going to want them to slow down for a period of time while your stick figure or whatever is also slowing down. So to make the timing correct, you need to set a keyframe at the beginning and the end of the period that you want this slow motion effect. So let's say that I want it to be between here, here and here. I think that's good. I press F6 here, I press F6 here, and then what I do is I take the front half or whatever and move it as much as I want. So it'll look like this. So the bullet will slow down for just that period of time. So now we got to make the stick figure slow down. So right now he's just standing still. We want to make him slowly move from this frame to this frame. So okay, so I covered this in my shape tweens tutorial a little bit, but it's still pretty complicated. What we do usually, if I just did a shape tween right now, let's see what it would give me. Okay, look at that. It's really not what we want because all the corners aren't being held. Now we could try using shape hints. And I guess I will just because it's an option. So if you go to modify shape, add shape hint, then it'll add a shape hint, and you can also press Control Shift H. Okay, so we have an A, which is the first point we want. So let's just stick it on this corner, and then we go to the end, and then we put the other A where the corner is. So it gives the first frame and the last frame a point that they know to keep constant. So now it is constant. So it looks like we also have something going on here where it kind of switches between two points. So let's press Control Shift H again, stick that right there, and do that. Well, this is actually not looking bad. So if we just do enough of these, I think maybe we don't have to use the complicated method that I was going to share. If I just stick one here and then stick one here, I'm not sure what that's going to do. Oh wow, look at that. That's looking good. Okay. So stick one here and move the other one right there. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Okay, one more at the end here and the end here. So there you go. That is one way you can do slow motion scenes using shape hints to get your shape tween to work. Okay, well let's say that these shape hints aren't working for you. Well, if they aren't, then you can use another method, which is the method that I usually use, which I don't recommend because it's really long and painful, but I will show it to you just to show you how painful it is. Okay, so no, but it is useful, and I did use it and it worked. So if you do the thing that I did before, you take the F6 and then drag out the frames out like that so that the bullet's slow. Then you make a copy of this frame so that we're shape tweening between this and itself. F6, so then I create a shape tween. And when I play it, of course, it doesn't look like anything's happening because nothing's happening, but it is a shape tween with itself. So when I change anything, then of course it'll shape tween to it. So okay. So what I do is I use an onion skin, and I make sure that the right is right up against the next frame, which is this. You see that? And then the other one is all the way to the end, so that we can see where our shape tween is going, so that if we see it mess up, then we can undo quickly. So I'm just gonna make sure that these points are going to go to the right place. So I'm going to press A, click on it, and look at all the points. Okay, so I want this point to go there, this point to go there, this point to go there, digga 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 da. Alright, let's do this. So I'm going to move this point here, move this here, drag this back, and then move this. Maybe I should use the A, and then drag it. Actually, this is probably what I... Oh, nope. And then drag this like that. Drag that. Drag that. That. Drag this. Okay, see what happened? That is a mess up, so we press undo. And we continue. And use the handlebars to make it look good. Move this. My god, why does it not work? Oh man, this is going to be hard. Okay. So we got to inch it sometimes just to slowly ease it into there. I don't even know if this is going to work at all, but it looks like... Oh, nope. 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 Okay, let's see what it looks like so far. Let's turn off the onion skin. Okay, it looks pretty gross. Actually, it's already messing up. See those joints? Okay, so what do we do? Let's undo a lot until we see these things disappear. Okay, they disappeared. Alright, make sure that you see nothing happening in these joints. See, they appeared right there, so just slowly move it. Slowly. I really don't like shape tweens. I don't even know why I always use them. See, those things keep appearing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just going to move on. You guys get the point. I'm just going to move on. And this one has its own little thing, so let's take care of that. So if you can't see where you're supposed to go, then press this little thing here, and then you can see the line that we are drawing to. This one needs to go down, and this one needs to go there, and this one needs to go there. Oh. I think that was a mess up right there. Okay, I'm going to switch to the selection tool because this is getting annoying. Okay, so I think you guys get the point. Maybe, but I think you still have to see the end result to be convinced. So I'm just gonna sloppily do the rest of these points. Nope. Alright, so that's enough. So our end result, after being sloppy, looks like this, and it's supposed to look like this, but in a fast moving animation you might not tell the difference. But in this case you probably will because it's really bad. Okay, so let's look at it. Okay. So, normally I would go back in here and maybe do some shape hints and stuff, but if you do the first shape tween and it turns out completely wrong, then doing this method sometimes helps. Making a copy of it and then dragging points to where they need to be. So in this case, moving this arm at all is going to mess it up completely, like that, so it's not going to work. Anyway, that is method number 2, and I actually have method number 3, which is using classic tweens. So I'll show you that here. These are all classic tweens, and they are all different body parts of the stick figure. So let me just copy and paste these frames into a new thing, and make a new document, paste the frames, delete these layers, and click and drag that back, delete these, and delete these. So we have our starting animation. So let's say that I want to make it slow motion right like here to here. Alright, so this allows for more freedom because we can have overlapping things. So I'm just gonna put F6 here, and then drag like so. Alright, what we gotta do now is separate this guy into body parts. Alright, how do we do that? Okay, there's many ways. You can use the lasso tool to like select parts of it, but I find that the edges become really sloppy, so I think I'm going to try another method, which is using the line tool. Okay, so I take the line tool and move it between edges like that, and I'm going to press snap to objects so that we can snap from point to point, and snap like that, 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 and snap like that. Alright, so I'm going to take the arm and then press F8, and we're going to want to name these in an organized way. So let's say I have many slow motion scenes. I'm going to have all the slow motion body parts together, so I'm just going to put SM and then 1 and then 1. The first one is for this whole slow motion scene, and then 1 is the one body part of this guy. It looks like I already have it, so let me just delete that. Actually, no. Yeah, that's from the previous one, so I'm just going to call it SM2 1. And then I take my torso and SM2 2. Hope you guys are following. And I'll take the leg, SM2 3, other leg, SM2 4, the head, SM2 5, and the other arm, SM2 6. I named that incorrectly. Let me change that. Okay, so now we can get rid of our lines by selecting everything and going to line, no stroke. So now everything is all dandy. So of course, since we have overlap, this leg is cut up. So we just need to go into it and then just drag the points to where they need to be. And we'll probably have to give this some extra room right there, because it's going to overlap somewhere there too. And then go here and then do the same for that. And we'll do the rest as we need to. Okay, so now we take our frame, make sure everything's selected, right click, distribute to layers. So now we have them all on their own layer, so that we can individually classic tween them. If they're all together on one frame, then they're going to not move independently of each other. Alright, so we want this period to be isolated. We don't want it to be like that, so we want to get rid of the previous ones by pressing F6 here, dragging all these, deleting, and then pressing F6 here, and then F7 here. Okay, so I'm going to move these this way so that we can use the onion skin, drag it here, and then before I do this, we want to make sure that our anchor points on each of the body parts are correct. So I'm going to clear this keyframe so that we can edit all of this at once. Press Q, drag the anchor points to the joint beginnings, like the pelvis here, oops, the shoulders, the neck. That way it'll prevent the body parts from easily disconnecting from each other. If they're all hinged from one point, then that point will keep them together. So now let's put that back with the F6, and then just move the parts and rotate them into place. They don't have to match up completely correctly. Rotate this, and this one is rotating up like that, and shrinking a little, and rotate this here, rotate this here, and that's about it. Maybe we can shrink it too. Yeah. Okay, so if we drag over all these and then press Create Classic Tween, take off our onion skin, and see how that looks. Whoa! Alright, so that is a much easier way to do the slow motion scenes. So, of course, we see that his neck is breaking open right here. So, I'm going to go into the arm and do this. Move this back. Okay, that should fix that problem. I can also go into the head and make it more rounded at the bottom, like that. There we go. So we'll probably want to just delete this frame that we used as a reference, because it's being pretty much duplicated. So yeah, now it just goes from here to here, and perfect slow-mo. So I hope that that helped you in your slow motion endeavors. Just remember that all things that are moving in the scene have to be slowed down also, and you can extend this as much as you want. You can just press or click and drag here and then press F5 over and over and over, or shift F5 if you don't want them to be that long. You can hold down this and just press F5 once, make it double, so it's like really slow. Yeah, so you get the picture. I'm gonna stop talking now and let you guys get to work. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.